it's now confirmed that Manchester United have went ahead to pay £10 million for Uruguay winger Facundo Pellistri, a young promising talent at the age of 18, and they want to see him at Manchester United. Welcome to United Social Television. I saw Joe Richardson saying Manchester United FC have paid Facundo Pellistri clause £10 million from Penelo. By law, 20% of the clause is exonerated. The players' advisors are requesting a percentage for the clause. Yes, that's it. That's the story that we are into right now. And let me tell you, who is Facundo Pellistri? Facundo Pellistri is a Uruguayan professional player who plays as a winger for Penarol. He is a Uruguayan international, and I think he's really a very nice lad. It says that his full names are Facundo Pellistri Roberto, date of birth 20th December 2001. That means he's aged 18. Place of birth is Montevideo, Uruguay. His height is 1.7 meters tall, or 5 feet and 9 inches. He's a winger who plays on both flanks. I think he is needed at Manchester United because of his pace and him being able to play on the right wing. Current team is Penero. He has been putting on shirt number 10. Youth career, he was at River Plate, Montevideo and Penero. So he has his senior career has played in the season of 2019-2020, made 30 appearances, and he has scored only 1 goal. So that's the Uruguayan international for you, called Pellistri Facundo, who has almost, the deal is done to Manchester United, and I think a lot of things have been done, and the problem is the players' advisors are requesting for a percentage of 20% from this amount of money. So that has been the deal that Manchester United has reached an agreement to. He is a player that has been wanted by Man City, Real Madrid, Liverpool, and very many teams across Europe, but Manchester United have really reached an agreement for the winger. Manchester United were late to know about this talent by the former Red Devil striker, that is Diego Forlan, before he was sacked last month, where he was under tutelage as former Red Devil. The fact is, this player was scouted by Diego Forlan, and for those who remember Diego Forlan Colanzo, he's a man who came in at Manchester United, and he never spent a lot of years at Manchester United. Sir Alex Ferguson brought him. He came in with a lot of fire. He had an eye for goal. He had a hard shot on him. He was really a skilled forward. He used to put on those free kicks, crosses, but Manchester United really took him away to Villarreal, and we all remember what he did when he was in Spain. He did a lot, and he's such a quiet player that was really a great at Manchester United. But he never spent long at Manchester United. He's like the likes of Sebastian Veron, who came in from Italy and came into Manchester United and never spent a lot of time at Manchester United. So Diego Forlan Coranzo is the man behind all this. So the 18-year-old has been watched by United for some time at Uruguayan side Penero, where he was under tutelage of former Red Devils striker, that's Diego Forlan, because he was sacked last time. So Lyon, Real Madrid and Man City have been interested in Pellistri, but reports emerging from Uruguay state that United have won the race for the signature. Sebos Ginovari of Sport 890 reports that a 5-year deal has been agreed and negotiations are now concluding between the two clubs. Penero want to keep hold of the teenager until January, while United want to bring him to England now, which may prove a sticking point but seeming likely to be resolved. The Red Devils may even agree to sign him permanently, but loan and forward back to Penero for at least 6 months if he gets the deal done. United interest was reported in July, with Facundo's release clause in the Penero contract just £10 million, which could represent a bargain buy. So United has broken the clause and they've paid the money, and I think what is remaining is The problem is the team wants to stay with him until January, but Manchester United wants to bring him to England. So Joe Richardson says, have rejected proposal for Mario Mandzukic. Yes, I've read about that. Sancho is pushing for his transfer to happen. Also continuing talks with FC Porto for Alex Telles. Yes, talks are still going on, but the deal of Alex Telles, I think it might stall a little bit, because remember, we are going into the international break, and international break means Alex Telles has to fly to South America, where he's going to play for his club Brazil, and you know how long it takes to fly from Europe to Brazil. So I see something is not going to happen, because the player and his agent might be away, or his agent might stay to see that this deal goes on. But Manchester United are still standing in their same position, that we are paying £12 million for Alex Telles because he has 8 months left on his contract. And they are telling FC Porto, no one is going to buy this player, and if at all you don't take our money, we are going to do a pre-contract with Alex Telles, such that when the season is done, he comes to play for Manchester United, and we are going to get him for free. So Mr. Joe Richardson, that's what's happening at Manchester United. They are pressurizing FC Porto to surrender into their price that is needed, or the set price. Now let's go back to the winger Facundo Pellistri. There is some things I really want to talk about him. He's an explosive winger. He can play on both flanks, extremely fast, fantastic dribbling skills, great balance, flair, coordination, and changes of pace, superb technique and ball control, intelligent off the ball, another Uruguayan wonderkid. So Diego Forlan has been behind this move, and let's pray that this wonderkid comes in really at Manchester United and fits in, and let it not be a blocking factor that Manchester United aren't bringing in Jadon Sancho, because for myself, I really find it something very insane for a club of Manchester United to go in and sign a wonderkid of 18 years. The age difference between Facundo, the newly signed kid of Manchester United, with Jadon Sancho is just 2 years. And Jadon Sancho is approved player in the European continent, and it's like United is playing. Do you know what they call playing bets? That's a bet. So United is doing a bet. So they are trying their chances out. If at all this player doesn't come in, you are saying you have £80 million to give to Borussia Dortmund, and then you go in and sign an 18-year-old player who plays way far from Uruguay to bring him to Manchester United. This is something that has been unheard of at Manchester United. We last brought in the Chicharitos, but they were not players that we needed at better time, because we only had players at Manchester United that really fitted our norm. And Chicharito came in as an addition to Manchester United. But at a level that we are, when we need a signing like Jadon Sancho, you get the money, £10 million, to go and bring in this player. This is not good. At least United would have brought in this player after signing Jadon Sancho. You are saying that Alex Telles, you're not paying £20 million as requested to by FC Porto, and you go in and sign a player, 18-year-old player who is not an impact player at Manchester United. Yet these two players that we need, Alex Telles and Jadon Sancho, should be priority signings this season. And you're spending money on an 18-year-old teenager. However much he has proved that he's good, at his age he has not played in Europe. He's not proven in this side. So this is something I don't understand with other bodies doing. It's really doing us an injustice that I don't really like. And I find it insane. Where in the world would an understanding football director or team go into for a signing of an 18-year-old player who plays in the same position as Jadon Sancho, yet a proven Jadon Sancho you are just less by only 10 or 20 million pounds. To an extent that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer told you that please sell Daniel James and bring in Jadon Sancho. These are things that really prove what Mourinho and Louis van Gaal kept on saying at Manchester United, that the fact is they don't have a say at the club. It's the management and the board are doing what they want. They are just doing what they want because they don't listen to what the coach is saying. I look at this and I wonder, really, is this really what Manchester United needs? I'm really in total shock and wonder. I'm wondering for real. I hope you guys are wondering too, because we are here. We are talking about Jadon Sancho not coming at Manchester United, and they are saying they are not having money because of COVID-19, but they are getting the money to spend it on an 18-year-old teenager who plays in Uruguay. You get? Are you getting my point, guys? That's my point. It's not that I'm not happy to see to it that United has signed a young winger, promising talent from South America. I'm giving them credit and kudos. But the problem is one. We have a signing that is imminent and we need it immediately at Manchester United, and that's Jadon Sancho. And the claims as to why we are not getting this signing is because they are saying we don't have money. I don't know what you guys are saying about this, but when he's in, I'm happy. But when we look at the priorities of the club and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, where have they left Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? This signing, I will praise this signing after these people bring in a player known as Jadon Sancho to Manchester United and Alex Telles, because they are using this money to go in and pay, but this money is needed elsewhere, and that is Borussia Dortmund and FC Porto. Make a new bid, pay £108 million. Tell Borussia Dortmund, we are giving you £80 million up front. £28 million will come in as add-ons, and Borussia Dortmund is going to give us the player that we want. But really, this is shocking. It's not something that I really think United is really doing for the good of us. I'm shocked, really. This has shocked me a lot. I'm shocked for the signing, however much he's coming into Manchester United. He's a young proven winger from Uruguay and South America. And the good thing is, I'm happy. The reason as to why I might be happy about this is that Manchester United has started to trust its scouts outside Europe or outside England, because most of the times United has been relying on its scouts in England, and you know what it means buying a player in England or Britain. Players are expensive. For example, Jack Grealish was valued at £60 million, yet there is a Danny Van Beek who is 10 times better than Jack Grealish, and he went only for £40 million. You see the difference? Danny Van Beek is a more proven player than Jack Grealish, and you've seen him on the field. Each and every time he comes on, things happen, magic happens. So I'm treasuring the Manchester United board to start trusting their scouts outside Europe and in other parts of the world, because it shows that we are really into what the future is, and it's bright, because players outside Europe are very cheap, or outside England are very cheap. Look at Bruno Fernandes. He came in at £46 million, and some add-ons to make the deal up to £60 million, you get? But these other players that are sold from the Premier League are very expensive. The likes of Harry Maguire going in for £80 million. £80 million, remember, you could go for Upamecano and a defender like Skriniar from Inter Milan at that amount of money. Can you imagine? So that's how expensive these players are, and I'm happy for Manchester United to see to it that they've started to put trust in their agents outside Europe or outside England. That's something good, but this does not mean that I'm not pissed of Manchester United going for this signing, spending the money on an 18-year-old rather than spending the money on Jadon Sancho's deal, because the manager, in the names of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, made him a priority. You get? Joe Richardson came out and said about Mario Mandzukic, yes, it has been rejected as reported by Gareth Mike. I think he's one of the proven journalists that really give news that is on the point. But I think us getting Mario Mandzukic, but I think United is chasing in for a striker, but a cheaper striker, or a striker on loan. I think they are going to get a forward. I know United is going to work on something. They are going to work on something. Ahmed Nsibirwa says, hey bro, hey Nsibirwa, how are you? How are you? The story is all about Manchester United reaching an agreement for a Uruguayan winger, Facundo Pellistri, and this lad is one of the most exciting talents from South America in this era. He has been watched, or Manchester United has beat Real Madrid, Manchester City, and Lyon. Those are the top teams that really wanted to get the signing of this youngster, and Manchester United got hold of him. They've paid the £10 million, and £10 million was the buyout clause for this teenager. But there is still something that is still making this deal not to happen, of the advisors wanting 20% of the amount of money that this lad has been bought. So 20% is almost £2 million off, and I think the club might find it hard to bring in this news. But all in all, the lad is a Red Devil. And another problem that is into this deal is the club where he's playing in, called Penarol, doesn't want this player to come to Manchester United this season. They want to release him in January. They want Manchester United to make this player stay for more months until January. That's when he'll come to Europe. Yet Manchester United need the lad to come in Europe as soon as possible. So this sends me in a total worry, because the lad plays on both wings, that is the right wing and left wing. I find it a worry sometimes that, is this an indicator that Manchester United is not going to sign Jadon Sancho? That's the big question that is running in my head, because them going for a winger that they've been chasing till July makes me think that Jadon Sancho is not coming. If at all you've said you're not selling Daniel James, you are not bringing in, and then you bring in that winger known as Facundo from Uruguay. That means Jadon Sancho is not happening, because him and Daniel James also are going to come and compete for that position where Mason Greenwood plays. We are in need of a right winger, and they bring in a young lad from Uruguay, which is good to bring in good talent that is young, but is it going to be an impactful signing there and then? Is he going to deliver to the level that we want? That's the big question that is running in my head. I'm even saying whether Manchester United is not going to bring in Jadon Sancho. However much they say Jadon Sancho is pushing in the deal, but United has gone on and signed this player. It's all about the news to pile more pressure on Borussia Dortmund and Jadon Sancho, because such news leaves Jadon Sancho in a way that I really need to push this move to happen, because I think United are getting tired of this. Ahmed Inzira says, I'm good and you? I'm very okay, and I'm bringing you this story of United agreeing and coming to an agreement with Panero for the young Facundo Pellistri. So that's the story I'm into here for, and I think you guys now know that United have reached an agreement for this Uruguayan winger. So guys, thank you for watching in. Mr. Joe Richardson, thank you for giving me those updates of Mario Mandzukic. We are going to do another longer video soon. And Ahmed Inzira, thank you for coming through. I'm Rokan and I'm out for now, but United have reached an agreement for a Uruguay winger, Facundo Pellistri.